Okay, have another swig, because that's what I have to do. To your good health. Yard works. Log splitter. I like it. Let's do another one. Pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Now you don't want one of these to fall on your foot. This here is Western hemlock. It's a heavy wood. And it can be difficult to chop, as many locals know. So having one of these is a really nice thing. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. This little guy here is the cheap model.
Why?
I don't know, I think it's the base model. But let me tell you, base model or not, I'm sure happy to have it. I mean, basically, you gotta have a really good table to put one of these on, though. You gotta have a good, sturdy table, and you know, at the level where you know, the fewer times you have to bend down, lift something up, that's what gets you. It's bending down, lifting something up, bending down, lifting something up. Especially when it's wet and heavy. Like this stuff is cured. It's been dead for at least 2 to 3 years, and so I mean, at least it's not green, but it's still wet. It's still heavy, and it'll dry out in about a month. It'll be perfect because it's seasoned. It's no longer green. But they are difficult to split. And I've been doing it for years with an axe, and I'm getting old, so I'm going to use one of these. Oh yeah! Gotta be careful, you don't want something to fall on you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's seasoned, right? Part just comes right off. This was a gift. Yeah, I mean, there was a sale, but at Cambodia Tire, Canada Tire, sometimes lovingly referred to as Crappy Tire here in Canada. But actually, I'm a huge Canadian Tire fan. Huge. Thank goodness for Canadian Tire. So Canadian Tire had a sale, so I went down and picked one of these things up, and it was a gift from my parents. All I can say is thank you. What do you think? Should I split it? Yes. Now, this thing actually came with a rule book. I glanced at it, but I had to put the tires on. There's a cotter pin you got to put in there. That was essentially assembly. Now, this is second growth hemlock. It's around 8 to 10, maybe 12 for a big piece, inches in diameter. So and there's a couple of really knotty pieces full of knots. I've had to cut it like 4 times just for one piece, and then kind of pull it apart, use a hatchet to kind of hit some of the contact points. But you can easily process them with this machine. Doing all the hard work for you. Now, you could say it's a slower production, but some of the stuff, I'm going to quarter this one. Some of the stuff is like, look at the wave. Look at the wave in that. That's why hemlock is difficult to split. You can sit there and bang away at that thing with an axe for quite a while, or with a maul, and you're just making slivers. But here, I should be wearing eye protection right now. Okay, so that's good enough. I'll give you a closer look. So it's pretty simple. There's your machine. You're on the operator side, and this thing is made for somebody who's definitely right-handed, because you use your left hand here and you use your right thumb there to depress it. You need to hold that down and depress the button in order for it to function, in order for it to work, which means you need both hands in order to do a piece of wood. Okay, and then you just watch this thing moves forward. This area here is about 4 inches wide, and we've got a beautiful V-notch right here, which is kind of the maul, and it's welded on there quite nicely. Welded on there quite nicely, supported in the back, and like, I'm still figuring this thing out, but we're going to just go straight into production. Obviously, you don't want to have this thing out in the rain for too long. Not really made for that, but you know, we're able to process. I mean, like I said, this is seasoned wood, but and it may be a bit slower. But at what point in time do you say, geez, you know, you kill yourself with an axe and worked for 3 or 4 days straight, and you can barely move? When you get to be in your late 40s and early 50s, you start to feel things a bit more. But man, does it ever smell good in here? Anyhow, hey, from so far so good, man. All I can say is definitely, when the price is right, take advantage of those sales, and go to your local crappy tire and support them, because I take Canadian Tire over Walmart any day. Cheers, folks. Riflechair signing off, and as always, Maple Leaf up.